Hello, future Joshua. How we doing, friends? Let me just check this is working, then I'll get the lights going. Yes, perfect. Go for the normal ones, shall we? Okay, oh, hang on. Okay, that should be everything. Hello, friends. Welcome. I hope everyone's had a good day. My day's been good because I've just had some chocolate. And what polishes off a day better than that? But we are here back in Bannerlord, our first playthrough, and this is the first time I've ever actually made an army for ourselves. And the way it works, for anyone that doesn't know, there's this stat down here called influence, which goes up and down a smidge by itself, but mainly you get it from doing shit, right? Whether it's quests or mainly it's like taking part in sieges, battles, that sort of stuff, as far as I'm aware. When you join a kingdom, you then have the right to form an army, and you pay for it with influence, and then there's all the parties of the other nobles with, say, 50 troops, and you can spend a certain amount of influence to basically hire them for a while. And we saved up about 100 influence, and as you can see, we're now down to 15, but we do have 675 people with us now. And even though, so I thought, shit, here we go, like, let's take down a city, because that sounds insanely cool. And the nearest one had like 100 defenders, which no chance. But the second nearest, this place, Jalmaris, it only has 517, right? But most importantly, of course, I mean, this includes the food of the other people as well. But I'm lugging around thousands and thousands of pounds of like grain and fish and butter. Because I made a mistake, I think, and invested in tools. And the price is just, the margins are so low. And in the meantime, there's nothing you can do with them. Whereas the food resources, if you can't sell them, worst case scenario, you can eat them. And that's not like a role-playing thing. Like it counts towards your food limit, whatever it's called. And I'm assuming this is going to have an effect, right? So we've got 46 days worth of food, and they have 1 day's worth. I think it was 5, but I waited here for a couple of minutes while I was getting the stream ready. And we're now down to the point that they've got 1 day's worth of food. So I think rather than going ahead and starting the assault, maybe we can kind of, I mean, it's a siege, right? That was a thing, that you can starve them out. And I'm not sure why the devs would put in like a food system if it wasn't then going to be implemented, you know? I don't know. I saw that wasn't 515. Was that 517? I mean, granted, it's not exactly going down super quick. Yeah, so they've officially run out of food. So I don't want to wait here too long because Caladog could call the war off, in which case our army is going to go. They'll be dispersed. Whereas also a Western Empire army could show up at any point, because this is as far zoomed out as it goes when you're doing a siege. So if they kind of wander over or something with, say, 800 troops, that would be us completely screwed, I think. Yeah, it's not going down, is it? I mean, at some point they got to start eating each other, right? That, I suppose, is my aim. Which is pretty fucking morbid. Oh, here we go. Here we go, folks. It's my hoarding is paying off. 460. Yeah, keep going down. We can just wait here. I mean, we got 44 days worth, and surely, if they've run out of food, are they going to be able to survive 44 days eating each other? Shoes? We will take we'll take the infantry in the ranged right now, because cavalry ain't going to be much use doing a siege. I don't think, anyway. Maybe. See, here we've got a Western Empire army here with 300 people. That's no problem. But if they join up with another group of maybe the same sort of size, that could very well be the end of this little adventure. But I hope everyone's doing okay. Hope everyone's had a good, what day was it? Tuesday. Hope everyone's had a good Tuesday. But as always, if you had a terrible Tuesday or a mildly crappy Tuesday or however it went, it doesn't really matter now because we're basically on Wednesday. There we go. We'll take them as well. Perfect. And Halloween is getting even closer. It's what is it? Is it Friday? I think. Which, ooh, I'm excited. I still haven't nailed down what I'm going to be playing. Because, I mean, I definitely got to do a Halloween stream, right? I've decided on that much. That was quite an easy decision, though. Yeah, they are slowly. It's going down. It's worth us carrying on doing this, I think. For a while, anyway. Yeah, we're definitely going to be doing a Halloween stream. I still haven't... I need to open my mask, because if it's shite, I'm kind of out of luck at this point. But I do have a pumpkin. I'm going to be carving a pumpkin like I do every year. Because that, at least here in the UK, that's how you know if a house is like down with Halloween. When I was growing up in the early 2000s, every house had a Halloween outside. Every house took part, and nothing like in America where people have like decorations like people do at Christmas. That's one thing that I absolutely loved about America. One of my best memories of America is spending Halloween there. Which there's whole stories about that. I don't think I've really spoken much about the time I spent in America on stream. I mean, we've mentioned it, right? When we've been talking about like dream holidays and shit like that, all about different states and all sorts of stuff. We have some completely random conversations here, most of them. I think we're nearly at the point where it's going to be worth us going for this. I will make a save just in case, because I don't have enough influence to keep our army together any longer than it already is. So this is after this we'll have to disband, and then I guess join some other fucker's army. Yeah, Halloween in America was so cool, but pumpkins here now. Yeah, like I was saying, when I was growing up in the early 2000s, basically every house had a pumpkin. Now it's maybe like a quarter of houses, because I think it's one of the things that suffered with the economy, right? Apart from the people whose fault everything is, the super wealthy people, who obviously aren't worried about spending a couple of pounds on a pumpkin and some cheap sweets, right? I mean, if you wanted to, you could basically do Halloween for a £5, if that. But I mean, if people had the choice between cancelling Halloween or cancelling Christmas, it would be Halloween here. Me? I mean, I'd maybe have to have a proper think. I mean, it wouldn't be that. I'd go Halloween. But if you have a pumpkin outside, that's the symbol for yeah, I'm doing Halloween. Like, if you knock on my door, someone's gonna answer and give you some Haribo or some shit. Well, not Haribo, because Haribo is super expensive. Like some super cheap chemically what's it called? High fructose corn syrup eyeballs or something. I think we got to do this, right? It's now or never. And I did call this stream. I can't remember how exactly I worded it. I think I called it Baby's First City Siege. We better get this over and done with, because this is like, if the internet goes or Xbox has a bloody wobbler or something again, and I haven't done the City Siege, I'm going to be really annoyed. So cheers, friends. I hope you're doing well. Unfortunately, we are not on Cherry Pepsi. My one true love. So I guess we got to assign these people, right? Which normally I only have to assign, that's my wife. That's me. That's the guy, our companion, that I made a TikTok about his backstory. Super, super, super chill dude. And then this is Liz. However, I don't know how she pronounces it. I mean, I also don't know how Vang Viag pronounces his name. I'm going to go like Lise, right? Not Liz, because then it would be a Z. I'll go for Lise. Lise is our scout, because scouting's part of a skill tree that I'm not invested in the slightest. So it made more sense to pay the, whatever it was, like 300 gold she owed someone. And now I don't have to be pumping skill points and attribute points and stuff into... I can't remember what it's called in this. Like in Fallout, it's the special system: strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, luck. Is that it? If I just outed myself as like a gigantic Fallout fan, or whatever acronyms they can come up with. Crusader Kings, it's like democracy, steward, marshal, intrigue. Can't remember. But I think it might be roguery in this. I think scouting might be part of roguery. I think it's like the fourth category, whatever that is. Complete mind blank here. Let me look it up, because that's going to annoy me. Bannerlord attributes. Okay, so there's... Oh, yeah, so it's not a cool acronym, which makes it harder to remember. It's Vigor, Control, Endurance, Cunning, Social, and Intelligence. I think Scouting is part of Cunning, which has Tactics, which I don't see the point in, because that's for when you like auto do the battles, and I'm not auto doing the battles. And Roguery, which is like crime, but there hasn't really been any like opportunities. Normally in something like Elder Scrolls, I invest in all the like the stealth perks, the sneaky perks. So stuff like Roguery is something that in an RPG I'd normally invest in, but in this, there's just not any... I haven't come across it in... How long have we been playing this? Probably, I don't know, pushing 40 hours. Anyway, get your head in the game, Joshua. So we could do with another melee commander, an infantry, 56 on that person. Ooh, 84 from Roderick. Yeah. Roderick, my friend, you can have those folk. I should probably replace... Lease... Ranged is actually alright. I think is it Vang Viag? Yeah. He's gonna be a troop, I think. Be much better as a troop. If he's gonna be a troop, though, he might as well be in my squad. That guy can just go wherever. That person can go with my wife, maybe. They're ranged, so maybe... Where's the other one? Maybe you can go with Lise, and then... God, I don't know. You be that person. I think that's good. Okay. This is going to get very chaotic very quickly. Okay. Let's fuck this shit up. We're going right into it. See, we've got these trebuchets. The trebuchet that I've seen fired in real life is way bigger than this. Because it slings stuff faster, further, and heavier. They're like mini trebuchets. Okay, see, I don't want to get knocked out while the siege is still going on. This is not like a battle. We've got so many people here. I'm not as personally responsible for like the outcome, I guess. Because there's so many more people, so many more defenders. And especially if I don't have any in this one, but when you do a siege that has like battering rams and siege towers and ballistas and all of that going on. I think they've broken through. Here we go, here we go. Now is time to cause maximum chaos. Here we go. Oh my goodness me. Oh, Jesus Christ, be with me. Lord, protect me. Bless my mighty blade. As we slaughter these innocent people defending their homes. Because we are the attackers here. We are sieging a town and all the responsibility is on us. I have no one to blame. I was not following orders. That was all me. Still feels kind of good. Feels kind of bad, but we've got completely lost here. This is karma in action right here. Where are they headed? Are we done? Battle finished. Well, they're saying we won, apparently. The consensus seems to be that we won. I don't know where everyone is. Where's like the throng? Where's the mosh pit? I've just got lost down the exact same place. There's like hundreds of our people here somewhere. And I can hear them hollering. I'm just really... Where the hell did we go? Oh, here we go. Here's some of them. How do we... Oh shit, no, not that one. One of these buttons lets you do... Is it this one? Yes. Let's celebrate the slaughter of the people defending their homes. All those people with sickles and pickaxes. We really showed them who's boss, didn't we, huh? Us manly men. We whipped the bastards, yes. Yes, we did. And how do we... Just take a second and see if I can... The photo mode in this game is way worse than Red Dead. Oh my god, this is so hard to control. And there's way less options. It's all so clunky and it's so clearly designed for a mouse and keyboard. I try and get a bit... Not in Red Dead, you could basically at any point in the game turn on photo mode, whatever it's called, and whether it's scenery, an NPC, whatever, you'd be able to find a decent enough picture just to use as like a thumbnail for the stream when it goes up on YouTube. This, like... I can't remember which... I don't know if it was last stream when we played this. It might have been the time before. And I took maybe like 25 minutes trying to get a picture lined up. Took it, and then the next day looked on my phone and I was like, Jesus Christ. That is terrible. Like, I'm sure I had a plan. I'm sure something about it looked good to me at the time. But it was awful. So, I mean, you can look at this stuff in crazy detail, which you never normally can. But it's wrapped in this incredibly janky and, like I said, clearly designed for mouse and keyboard. I mean, I guess you could say that maybe the Red Dead one is designed for console, right? So people playing on PC might play that and think, oh my god, this is awful. It's clearly designed for a PlayStation or an Xbox controller. I don't know. That'll do, honestly. It's going to be better than whatever random snapshot when I'm like, we didn't lose a single person from our party. We did a good job there, if I may say so myself. I got to, tomorrow I'm going to be decorating cake. So we gotta pray that it goes well. It's not going to. It's gonna be terrible, and no one's gonna be able to tell what it is, and I'm gonna wish I never even bothered. But Howdy, howdy, howdy. You'd think I'd be playing Red Dead if I'm saying howdy. What do you say? What's a medieval greeting? Good morrow. It just sounds like a really posh person. Well, 672 people versus 27. I think this is probably relatively in the bag, right? I don't know why I'd want to take cavalry with me. Well, my wife can come with me. That way I don't need to tell her about it tonight when we're trying to get to bed. Because she'll know, because she was there. I will take Vangviag, because he's pretty fucking hopeless. But the only way he's going to get better is through practice. I mean, all archers seems kind of rash. Should probably go for some infantry, right? If we're raiding... It said the defenders have pulled back and are mounting a last stand inside the keep. So this is going to be inside, up close, So some archers, maybe, that's a good shout. But I'm thinking I don't know which of my infantry is the most heavily armed. Heavily armoured, even. I think the Imperial Legionary, probably. So, I reckon we've probably got a good chance here. Oh, crikey Moses, we are literally in their keep. Oh, we got someone. There we go. We've officially taken part. 2 people. I mean, this is all my army, right? So there's not as much pressure to be like, we have to be doing everything. We still are definitely carrying our weight, though. Crikey Moses, we will have done maybe a third of them. I don't know how much further through the keep this is going to go. Ooh, the old kick motion from the arena. I'd say we've easily done 10. And that's it. Our sword is really weird. If anyone is like, if anyone has a special interest in swords, can someone please explain? I understand the point of like a scimitar, right? So like a curved blade that goes backwards. But what is the advantage in having a sword that curves forwards? I don't know. It was a gift from Caladoc when we swore fealty to the Battanians and joined the kingdom. Oh yeah, a third. Called it. What advantage is there in having a sword that curves forwards? Because it's not extreme enough to the point that it's like a sickle or something. I mean, we can take all these people, I think. Just because we can, though, doesn't necessarily mean we should. So I think I'm going to pick and choose. Defo not the militia. Can always do with more horse archers. They're the people that we have least of. Then I suppose we might as well get at least halfway. So then we've still got plenty of room for if some more shit kicks off. I think we're going to have to disband our army now. Because we don't have enough influence to keep the... Is it cohesion in this? I think that's what it's called. Yeah, we do. Just get rid of all that. So I got 2 perks as I've been leveling up that have made a big difference. Basically, it means now rather than all this shitty loot that's like no one's going to equip it, so you just sell it normally. And you don't get much, but it does add up. But I now have the option, thanks to those 2 perks. Weapons and armor, which includes these like clothing bits too. If I don't want them, and I, like now, my carry capacity is already over encumbered. So I can just leave them and then my troops get experience. And it's not a ton, but it's quite a lot. Oh. When that comes up though, it means I've missed something. Something that doesn't get... There we go. Is it that? Because it says donation XP next to everything. I can't see anything that's not clothing, armor or weapons. Yeah, I can't see anything, so... Normally that doesn't come up. What do we reckon then? We can devastate, pillage, or show mercy. Let's have a look at what they actually mean. Might just go down the middle. So I think you'll be able to read this because there's been no one in chat so far tonight. So I think it's going to be another solo stream. So normally the chat would be covering the first bit. But I'll read it out like I normally would. Okay. You grant your men their customary right of pillage after a successful siege. You tell them they may take property but must spare the townsfolk's lives. Prosperity lost 484, town projects raised, levels lost garrison barracks -1, loyalty in Jalmaris -15, notable powers -25%. I don't know what that means. Party morale change, that's unfortunately, that's not the army cohesion. That's my 180 odd troops. which is here in the bottom right. That's the morale of my actual people. Army Gold gains 7,267 Party Gold. So Army Gold, I suppose that's the total that's then spread out among all the other parties that we hired to be in our army. But we get, I'm assuming that's what Party Gold gain means, 2,180, which is something, I suppose, but it's not as much as I thought. And we've lost 15 relation with settlement owner Garios. Isn't that the guy that's in charge of the Western Empire? Yeah, shit. He is probably a bad person to make an enemy out of. But now Caladog is going to have the choice of deciding who gets Jalmaris. I should say as well, because I think I might have done this off stream. If you look at Botania is growing. We've now got Lagater, we got Quyaz, and we got Jalmaris, which is the city that I've just captured. The originals are Maranath, Pencannock, Dunglanis, Cianon, Carbanzeth, and I think that's all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 cities make up Botania. Caladog, of his own accord, took Quyaz while I was just starting the game, so I don't even know how that happened. But I'm assuming it was in a war with the Aserai down south. Lagater is, I think, a Western Empire city, which we... Oh, hang on, time is going off. I might go robot-y for a minute. Reset that timer as well. Are we back? Yeah, Yes, I think so. Well, I have run out of mirtazapine, so it's quetiapine only for tonight. We'll see how that goes. So, I can't remember what I was explaining something. Fuck knows what. Oh yeah, so if you remember our emblem, our clan emblem is some kind of lute or other stringed instrument. And as a person with 3 guitars, like, the thing that my camera is on is being supported by the neck of one of my guitars. I had to go for that. So you got all these Celtic kind of designs, and you might notice, oh shit, is that a city? Flying the verdant lute. It is indeed. We didn't take the city. We didn't do like we've just done and either in an army or by ourselves siege and then capture the city. But someone else did, and then Caladog decided to give it to us. A rare bro moment. Unfortunately for him, we are going to fuck him over. But he doesn't know that. Or maybe he does, and that's why he's bribed us with a city. But I don't know what's going to happen now. Because we ran the army that captured this, are we then... Is that a significant point in our favour? I don't know. I am going to disband this army, though. Because... yeah, no, we'll disband. Good thing about sieging a city, I think, that's my first time doing it, and it means right after you can sell the prisoners, you can sell the loot, you can do all that shit. So you could technically, if there's like 300 prisoners, and your limit's like mine 101 is right now, you could take all of them. You could take, if there was like 400 troops and what's my limit, about 180, you can take all of them, and then you're in the city, so you can then just sell them. You don't have to be... Because the way it works is, as you travel, if you're over, some of them leave, and you don't control who it is. So if you have relatively high level prisoners that you're planning on recruiting, or high level troops that you've upgraded or whatever, and then you pick up, say these, right, Imperial trained archer, say there was 50 of those, you pick those up, but then some of the troops will start leaving and some of the prisoners will start escaping, and they will be, yeah, some of them will be the shit new ones, but some of them will also be the high level ones. So it's better to just, like, filter it yourself and keep on top of it, which is quite hard for me to, like, So we're at 180, so we can have one more. That's fully upgraded, I think. But it's good to keep some prisoners because it means if you get into some shit and lose some troops, then if you've already got prisoners with you, that especially if they've they like you enough that you can recruit them, you basically get like reinforcements without having to go to recruit at a city or villages for the special troops or whatever. Did we get any? We didn't get any nobles. They're the ones that are always worth quite a lot. Right. Yeah, we're over encumbered, but not actually by that much. So I reckon we might have some stuff to get rid of, but not loads and loads. That's really good value. We'll sell some silk. Yeah. Bloody hell, clay for 45. We can buy that for 8. Oh my god, and the same with flax. We can buy flax for 8. Crikey Moses. Hardwood for 105. We can buy that for 10. Salt for 150. What? Is this because the place was, we sieged them, so they ran out of food? So now they're going to pay whatever to get their resource levels back up. Silver for 300. Wine for 300. Wine we can buy for about 80. Pottery we can get for about 60. Linen I don't know offhand. Oil we can get for about 80. This is note to self: if we ever do a city siege again, make sure that we go straight into the... That's double what we paid for the grain too. Sell everything you can, because I'm sure this is probably a short-term thing, right? As soon as caravans start coming back, and they get their supply lines going again, they're not going to be paying, what 150 for hardwood. That was... I've never seen the prices like that. Cheese for 107. We bought that for 20. This is madness. We've just made 50 grand selling shit that no one else wanted. And we've still got loads. It's not like we've now got no supplies. We've still got 579 food. Bloody hell. I hope everyone's doing well. If anyone joins at this point. I wonder, because I don't really like this helmet that we've got. I'm still at the stage of not buying equipment. I get it all from the arena. So this helmet we've got is better than any other helmet. Oh, those two are better. But they're nearly 100 grand, which is cray-cray. I'm not. I mean, I like the. I like it. The fact it's got the material on there, giving it a splash of colour. But it's also. I'm getting a bit sick of it. But I can't just. That's more than half of. It's taken us out. Well, about 2 weeks of playing this game to get to the point that I'm not fretting about money. Oh, God, I can't stop yawning now. All the other than my wife, because she had stuff when we married her. All of this stuff, including the camel, all of Lisa's stuff, it's all stuff. It's either loot from battles, but it's never normally good enough. So it's mostly prizes from tournaments in the cities. So I can't remember offhand who it was that said, when you play this, make sure you do the tournaments, like they're worth doing. Oh my goodness me, 100% they are worth doing. Sorry, I literally cannot stop yawning. Or I should say as well, anyone that's watching at this point, which is no one, but in case anyone watches this back, first of all, if you're one of those people, you are hands down the coolest motherfucker. Because it's easy to get caught in the thought spiral, right? It's, what is it, 4:41 a.m. I've had no one in chat and no viewers. I know I'm not streaming. I stream to help my anxiety, right? To challenge myself. So whether I'm streaming to 0 people or I think the highest it's been is 3. Obviously it's cooler when it's 3. From my perspective, it's more fun. But I'm still getting what I wanted to get from it. But it would be easy to get caught in there. Because it could be quite disheartening, right? So it is so lovely that when I wake up after finishing streaming, I go on Twitch and it will say like, oh, there's been 37 views, which I don't know how it calculates, because I'm assuming that's not 37 people watched it from like the start to the end. But that's probably at least a couple real people watching bits of it, right? So that's always a very supportive. I don't obsess over like the analytics and stuff, because in my time on Instagram, both as like an activist myself and when I've worked for organisations and charities and stuff, and I've literally been paid to be doing like social media, I got a bit too focused on. I stopped doing it because I felt passionate and wanted to get those thoughts out there and have those conversations, I started thinking more about, well, it's good or it's bad, dependent on how well it did. And then Instagram completely changed. It got completely TikTokified and focused on reels. The algorithm completely changed and the way people used it completely changed. And I basically bailed. I still will probably go. I'm active on Instagram. I keep up with, because I made a shitload of connections and stuff on there. And I'm very proud of some of the work I've done on there. So I'm not going to delete it or anything. But I'm at the point now where I'd rather put that time, rather than editing together a carousel, writing stuff, doing all of that, and then it getting like, it always used to be that I could count on 100 likes. No matter what I posted, there would be at least 100 likes. That went down to about 20 because it was pictures, it wasn't reels. Because Instagram's now about views rather than likes. Here we go, vote for the new owner. Oh, we might get it. I mean, I don't want to spend any influence. Oh, I think by abstaining we notch it in our favour. I think we might be about to get our second city. Although it might be another case of it actually being worth it to give it back. Because it's such a drain on gold. Prosperity 2935. What's Carbanzeth? Like half that. Okay, so I think maybe we should shift and I mean, can we have? I don't have any companions that are good at governing, so that's probably something I should change. Because like now, we're going to be bleeding money. And even more so because this town doesn't have someone in charge of it now. Oh, that's not ours, is it? It's Jalmaris down there. Agoska and Dradios. Horses and grain. So we could maybe set up like a distillery or something. A brewer. Well, what do we reckon, folks? Well, I think something we should be looking for is a companion alive. Yes, that's kind of important. That is going to be a good governor. This place is Empire, so someone Empire-ish would be good, because then they'll get a culture bonus. But not if their stats are completely terrible. There was a list of leadership. I mean, they're all kind of pointless. But leadership might be useful, I'm assuming, for a governor. The exile or the black. What? I did find a list of what all the surnames, what skills they related to. Well, we got to pick someone, and it makes sense, I think. We've just got a city with an empire culture. We have is Lise. Lise might be from the empire, but she's our scout, so we need her in our party with us. Now, the governor we've got at Carbanzith, our other city, it's a we're Botanian, it's a Botanian settlement. Our brother is also Botanian, obviously, so he is currently the governor there. He has no skills that make him good for it, but that's his job right now. Despite this is our trader. Steward would maybe be good for a governor, and trade maybe. I don't know. But I don't think she's empire-ish. How do we... Oh, there we go. Yeah, Lise is Vlandian. And where's this? Yeah, I should probably star her because she's our trader. She is Aserai. So we don't have anyone that's empire-ish. So we have the choice, not that guy, because he's a scout. We can either go for this guy, Daesis, the scholar, who has a really good engineering level. I don't know what... I think that's going to mean it's going to be better in, like, sieges and stuff, right? The silent guy we haven't met. The boar has some combat stuff which is irrelevant, but 60 leader, so it's not as much. They do have 2 good traits as well as 1 bad, rather than 1 and 1, which I suppose is something. Sorry, I thought I turned my mic off there. If you heard me vaping. I think I'm going to go for... because neither of those are particularly memorable. stat-wise, they're nothing to write home about. So I think I might check out these other three. And I'm going to start with this person because this is in the Empire. Is it in the north? I think it might actually be Southern Empire. But we'll go have a look and see if we can find her. Because once we've met her, we can then see her stats. That's here, right? That's right by where we start. Like when you load the game for the first time, the training place is right here. So we're gonna go. I mean, it's super cool that we've got 2 cities now. We've definitely planted roots. It's a little frustrating that they are literally on opposite sides of Botania. But hey ho. Okie dokie. So let's have a look. The market should somewhat have balanced out. So there's lots of grain. So I think my thought about maybe starting up a brewery, I think that might be a good shout. We're really doing well weight-wise. 10,000 spare. I think I might have to call it relatively soon. Unfortunately, folks. Because I do have, I have to be social tomorrow. So I'm gonna need my functioning human batteries as replenished as they can be, which is not very. But I want to give myself as much of a fighting chance as I can. So I think we'll maybe see if we can find this lady. And that may well be the last thing we do tonight. I'm not sure. Ooh, what's this? Yeah, I didn't even know I had any nobles, so I will be streaming tomorrow, like every night at some ridiculous time. But I don't normally stream during the day, but I definitely won't be tomorrow. Like her on right, and she's still there, perfect. We're actually only losing 420. We're only losing 420 gold a day now. It was 1,500 before we got our second city. So even though there's no governor, it's making a lot, which is a good sign. I'm terrible at wrapping presents. I wish I could get my head around, like, how to neatly and efficiently wrap gifts. But that's another thing that my brain just cannot, like, it cannot figure out how to do that. God, I think I should probably turn my fan off if I just bloody shivered. I was going to stream in my turtle suit again tonight, but I obviously didn't. Kind of regretting that now. So she's still here, right? So let's go to the tavern. Yeah, there she is. Yeah, we won't get rid of any of them. Okay, so let's... Shall we hear... Tacit... Holy shit, Huge. Hello. You literally are here for the last, like, 2 minutes. The very last thing we're doing is hiring this woman to be the governor of our new city.
God, wine here tastes like piss. Right, so who are you?
Well, I love her already. Damn, it's a shame I got married. I'll tell you my story. If it bothers you, I'd prefer you keep it to yourself. Unless you've lived months on crusts of bread and chaff of grain, that is. Also, she's a hard bitch. The guardsmen came to burn our neighbour's house, so their debts would be forgotten. The flames spread to our house, and it was destroyed. My father tried to save his strongbox, and that was his undoing. A riot is a holiday for thieves and robbers, and some saw him dragging it through the streets, so they knifed him and took it. We tried to find shelter with my uncle, but there was no food in the city, and he turned us out. So we joined the refugees in the country, living on what we could steal from the fields. I found a guardsman, alone and drunk. I have no idea whether he was one of the ones that set fire to our neighbourhood. Maybe I should not have done to him what I did to him. But now I have his sword. It's been very useful. The starving do what they must. I think my story shows that I am adaptable, at least. If there was room for me in a warlord's retinue, say, I imagine I could quickly learn whatever skills were needed. Well, 100%, you're coming with us. You could have told us your story and said that you were a gigantic douchebag. But we need you. I mean, trade and steward. Okay, that is actually quite good. So what we should probably do first when we play this again is, before we ship her off to be governor of, where's our new city here? Jalmaris. We should probably give her some kind of outfits and weapons, right? I know she's the governor. She's not going to be in combat with us. She's not going to be in our army or anything. But if the city gets attacked and she's leading the defense, I'm sure we can come up with something better than a rusty sword and no armor. But I will be doing that next stream. When we play this again, which probably won't be tomorrow. I'm trying to not play the same thing 2 days in a row. So I think it's either going to be spooky time or cowboy time. Definitely not pirate time. But I said earlier, and I also said in last night's stream, I put a thing up on TikTok. I also today posted it on the YouTube like community thing, which I didn't really know was a thing. So if you're watching this on YouTube, and you go onto my channel or whatever it's called, there should be a community tab where you can post updates and shit like that. So I posted the same thing on there. It's the same on there as it is on TikTok, outlining some possibilities for the Halloween stream. If anyone has any thoughts or recommendations or opinions, please let me know, because I'd like it to be as fun for anyone watching as it is for me. And it really makes no difference. I don't mind what I play. So that's on there if anyone has any thoughts. Otherwise, I'll just end up picking a couple of the options. But like if it's one of the new ones or the ones we haven't played, or if you have a game suggestion that I didn't list, then I'd need to know like the day before so I can install it. Otherwise the stream will be me sat here solo for like 7 hours while it's installing. So if you have any thoughts on that, please let me know. But I will be back tomorrow in whatever game we're in. Probably a smidge earlier than tonight, because we didn't start until about half an hour later than we did the night before. But yeah, I hope everyone has a good day tomorrow. Hope everything goes good, and I'll hear all about it when when we hang out tomorrow. My ears will be open. I mean, I won't hear it, I'll read it, so I guess my eyes will be open. As they should be. I'm streaming. That's a bit of a stupid thing to say. Okay, I'm gonna go. But everyone that watches this is super cool, and if I win the lottery, you're all gonna get something cool, like a house or something. Or a castle, I guess, if we're going to be thematically consistent here. Everyone gets a castle. You get a castle. You get a castle. From the fucking castle store or whatever the fuck.